Welcome back to Trendsetters with me, Shiko Kaitani. There's nothing prettier than a bouquet of flowers, indeed. And you know, ladies, on your wedding day, everything simply must be perfect. Not just the flowers, but from your gown to even your skincare. And that's where Fatma Bridals comes in.
Fatma Bridals started as a one-man show. Fatma herself started with her bridal gown. After her wedding, she just started, like, some people would be like, hey, your gown was very beautiful, can I use? And then after that, other brides started giving out their gowns so that they are like part of the business. Because, you know, after the wedding, you're not going to use your gown again. So that's how it started. And we started by using people's gowns up until where we are now, that we import from abroad our gowns from different countries that are fitting to our target audience. Our clientele is broad, but the first distinction is that our clientele is only females. Now that brings all kinds of genres: tall, short, Christian, Muslim, Indian, Omans, anyone. As long as you're a lady, you want to take care of yourself, you just use hashtag self-love, everyone is welcome at Fatma Bridals. Quite many. For the big day, there's a lot that people see from the outside, and we proudly state that we also help people mentally. When you come here and you want, let's say, waxing, or you want duhan, body steaming, yoni steaming, hair butter treatment. While all this is happening, Fatma Bridals, our staff are trained to also have those little conversations just to make you comfortable, what to look forward to. Some people come for the first time. Let's say they say the bridal package that involves duhan, which is a smoke bath, and they come and they really don't know what to expect. Maybe they've seen videos online or have been referred to by people. So we tell them exactly what to expect, how the body is going to feel. Part of our services will require, especially the steaming, will require someone to have come. You need to have eaten, and some people don't know this. So from here, we also are, we'll get you a snack or two so that we are able to make sure that you're ready. And for your big day, we also are the ones to recommend. One thing that happens here is consultancy. So our service people will look at your skin and know exactly how the best treatment that's recommended, and also tell that to you. And most people come and they have one service in mind, and we tell them, you know what, this actually is good, but how about you also add this one, try another one, or some services go well together. So we are able to just recommend such for our bride-to-be. For stocking, what we do is just, we already know our target audience, and it broadens, by the way, by the day, by the year, depending on the culture. Let's say some cultures want, or rather dictate, that the ladies get married younger. So we know that target audience of the younger person, they want more shimmy designs, they want more bling, they want designs that when they are walking through their wedding halls, the lights just kind of reflect there. And then there are people who are coming in, depending on the culture as well, later, and not maybe as young. So just depending on this target audience, we're able to know and segment. So when you walk into our bridal closet, you will see a lot of color. So there's the traditional wedding people who must wear white, and that's okay. Now for the bridal nikah, which is a different culture, they recommend other colors and not just white. Most popularly, you'll see a lot of green for some reason, but it's because it really works well with some people will say it's because of my skin color or something like that. You'll see peach, you'll see what. And then we also know that we don't just stock on gowns. For some people's wedding, there is the Omani tradition, which is sort of like pants, but then with sort of like a shorter gown. So yeah, we source from different places, seeing as we've grown knowing our people and who we're growing with. So we're able to actually say, We'll stock more of white. And also there are wedding seasons in Kenya. So we know maybe for the Muslims, it's right after Ramadan, or some people even during Ramadan because of the blessings that are set around there. So yeah, we're able to state that during this wedding season, people prefer this. And then one thing people don't know, maybe if you're not particularly in the industry, is just like the way Hollywood or Milan, they have their own fashion categories and they'll give different things per season, is also in the wedding scene in Kenya and other places. There are wedding themes. So that back in the day, there used to be more shimmies in a certain design, maybe boxish. Then the next season comes, people want maybe butterfly designs. So we're able to just figure that out and go with our target audience. This particular client wants to look radiant, they want their skin to glow, they want to look beautiful, and particularly they don't really say like, I'm doing this for my husband or my who. Most of them, we've come to realize, do these things because they want to look beautiful. And the moment you look beautiful on the outward, it also boosts your confidence that you're able to even feel better on the inside. And we're just happy to be part of that journey. So this lady that comes maybe wants henna design, and again the designs change every season. So this lady comes in and says, I want henna done, maybe just the arms or maybe the legs as well. And as this is happening, they get to see other services being done to the other people and say, hey, how about I try this as well? And we also have many products. So these products, once they come in and they'll just say, oh, I've heard someone say that they use this soap and it worked. That again brings our service people to tell you, let's scan your skin first before we tell you go ahead and get it. So this person is just looking for beauty both inside and outside. Kenya, or let me say Nairobi right now, has been rainy, a bit rainy and cold. So people like to come in for steaming. Things change. There are people who it's standard. There's this service called the body bath, which we also call Duhan. And ladies, they've known the benefits. Once this happens, it's good for your fertility, just menstrual cycle being balanced, hormones working well. And this has really peaked. This service has really peaked here at Fatma Bridals. So when they come in and they ask for this service and, they get to see all these other services that are being done and go out there and also tell their friends or family that, hey, I had this happen or I had this done at Fatma Bridals and it worked wonders. That has been our biggest service that has peaked a lot ever since the introduction of this service. But other than that, once you have the steaming or the Duhan, which is the smoke bath, then you go through steaming and the full body exfoliation. These are all many services brought together. And once we realize that people want to come for one and then end up getting others, we started creating packages. So for services, we have, if you come for Ethiopian hair batter, that also includes hair treatment, and your hair is going to be dried or styled if you want it blow dried, or if you want like curls to be done on it, or if you also want just cornrows, because that's how people want to do protective styles. So we just started doing a lot of packaged services, and we realized they work very well. Yeah, because some brides maybe already had their own standard procedures that every 3 months they'll have to have this, and this done. So by the time they're doing it specifically for getting ready to be wed, we're able to give them a proper package that involves everything and also very well priced. We're competitive in the market. Let me start with a very small one, which is waxing. Most people like saying ladies differentiate themselves from men because we are allowed to have more hair on the head. But then how about the rest of the body? You want to look smooth, feel smooth. So something like waxing is very popular here. And it's painless, obviously, depending on, obviously, our service people are well trained on the same. But it takes you very few minutes for it to happen. And beauty really needs time. So some people want to come here for a shorter period. Others say, oh, I have the whole afternoon. So something like waxing really works for all people. We also have yoni steaming. This is especially for the ladies. If you've just gone through your first menstrual cycle, yoni steaming is quite good. Reasons being some problems like endometriosis. Yoni steaming, because it uses, or rather we use special herbs for it. They really go in and fix your, as a lady, your lady parts, also balancing your hormones. And once this happens, something like yoni steaming that you would assume you just go and sit down and it's working towards the lower side of your body also shows on your face. Because once your hormones are balanced, maybe you get less acne, or even just like spots and things like that. So we have that, and it's quite popular. So I've spoken a lot about Duhan because it's a fan favorite. Then we also have the Ethiopian hair butter, which uses a lot of, it's butter that we source from, obviously, as the name suggests, but also add a couple of things here and there just to make sure that the herbs are working very well. One thing we pride ourselves with is we are an organic family. We like using organic things. For the yoni steaming, you'll see the pearls and everything. They're all organic. These are not anything that we use chemicals on. Then we also do a lot of the beauty regime that people are already used to, but maybe are not keen on, is just making sure that your eyebrows are well fixed. So this also is in part of makeup. If you come in for makeup, we'll ask, hey, would you like for us to reshape your eyebrows? And we have natural ways of doing it where we don't necessarily have to pluck your hair. And it's some people say it's magic. Yeah. So we don't have to pluck your hair, because some people are also sensitive to some things like plucking, then you get your sores. So yeah, we also do that as part of the makeup. Then we have steaming. We initially, when we started the steaming, we had this, maybe the space was not too accommodating, but now we even have a steaming package that's for a group of friends. You can come with your mom and sisters or your mother-in-law or whoever it is, because we created a space which has 6 seatings where you can go in as yourself, the better. Where it's 6 of you, you go in, you tell stories and all that, and it's entertaining. So yeah, for the steaming, you call and say, I want to come as myself. That's okay. You say you want to come as 5 people. We're like, hey, we have the right package for you, because we give you even a discounted price. We also have hot stone massage. Majority of places in Nairobi, or maybe just generally in Kenya, will just have the normal massage with just your hands and some oils. So our oils are specifically sourced from different places to make sure they're natural, organic, and also works almost instantly. We've had many people say as we do the massages and the oils touch their skins, they feel some sort of relief. This is because of the herbal regimes that we use, and also because we use hot stones, and it's a very traditional Chinese kind of way of ensuring the body muscles relax, because the hot stones are placed strategically along your spinal cord, just so that you have like a 360 experience of relaxing and letting go. And we do have cases of people sleeping while that happens. But that just goes to show how relaxing the process is. For our ladies as well, we have micro needling and hydrofacials. Now, micro needling is just as it sounds. It sounds scary because needles are being used, but it's not painful. For people with more sensitive skins, and we do tests to make sure that we are dealing with the proper skin types, we give them just a little numbing cream so that they don't really feel pain. But it's not painful. The needles are very, very small. They go through your skin and pierce your skin so that your skin reacts by producing collagen and even the warmth, just to make sure, like, it's a wound, right? And we want to make sure that your skin, or rather your immunity, is working for you. So there we're not really using much chemicals. We're just using your own body for you, making sure it works well. And we also have fat freezing. Now, for fat freezing, you know how the world is changing. People are eating more, do we say GMO or not GMO? Whatever it is, the lifestyles are changing. And because of that, you get to see that our bodies are not the way they used to be back in those days when there were less chemicals in our foods. So with the working woman who is busy with a 9 to 5, maybe going back home to a family or barely has time to go work out, we recommend nutritious meal plans, and these are accompanied by phased out fat freezing stages. So that first we check your weight, we ask you how you've been eating, we'll ask about all these questions, and then thereafter just go about telling you, okay, so these are the sessions you'll essentially need, maybe 4 to 5. We'll take you through how the process is, how many minutes, and this fat freezing is again painless. We don't even use numbing cream or anything like that. It's painless, and it just goes to show, like, no matter your lifestyle, you can still take care of yourself. And again, having fat freezing done, nothing is being injected or things like that. So once fat freezing is done and everything just passes out naturally, you're still able to have a bomb body. The Swahili, Arabic, Indian, Somali, and Sudanese cultures, even Moroccan, and you'll see there's a lot of similarities there. Henna is a very big part of this culture. One thing about this culture is because most of the people are Muslims. Now in Islam, you can't have a permanent marking on your body such as a tattoo. So henna is recommended because it is natural. We actually get it from trees. It's natural, there's no chemicals being added, and once it's applied to your skin, it's permeable, which means water is still able to properly go through your skin. And after a while, the henna itself, based on the cleanliness and how you shower, it's going to disappear from your skin. So most people get it. You'll especially see it during weddings. Now for the bride, the henna that's done is a special one. It's not just the usual. Maybe the bridesmaids will have a different kind. The bride's henna is very intricate in terms of design. And one thing that the bride-to-be is told is when that is being done, you'll mention your husband's name. Say, for example, your husband's name is Omar, and now the person who's doing the henna design will find a place of hiding that Omar as the henna is being done. So it's culture that on the night of, after the wedding, after everybody is gone, now the activity is for the husband to find his name. Yeah, and it's hidden very well, like it takes a while, but it's also a bonding process as that is happening. So yeah, for the bride's henna is very important. Some people do choose to go without it, and maybe that would be because they have maybe allergies to henna. And we also have different types of henna. We have the red ones and we have the darker ones, so that we accommodate all skin types. Then for the rest of the family, everybody is going to have henna. It's going to show that there was a ceremony here. After Ramadan, you'll always see Eid celebrations. Ladies will have their henna done. And some people just on a normal day will feel, oh, my body feels a bit plain. Let me go ahead and have henna done. And not just the hands and the legs. Henna is also done on the back, around the clavicle, basically anywhere. It's your body and it's for beauty anywhere. So preparations that are done here at Fatma Bridals also involve the family. Most of the times you'll see that the bride-to-be will come with a sister, the mother, or something like that. And something like henna, when it's being done, we do it to the whole of the family. The rest of the family is also here, and the ladies will, while the preparation is being done, there's one thing called hijama, that is sort of like cupping, where in different cultures, yes, it's medically, it's to help you get rid of like bad blood if you had. For hijama, the cupping, it's to clean your blood. So for example, if you had bacteria and things like that, and mind you, you're getting ready to be wed and now start a different kind of life. So we also need to make sure, much as you look good, or you have the henna and we've done all these things, that health-wise you're also okay. So when hijama is being done, some cultures believe that it's not just removing the bad blood or bacteria, but it's sunnah. By that it means religiously it's recommended for people to do, and it also gets rid of something like bad eyes, so that now on your wedding you're looking beautiful, everybody's there for you, but you also never know people's intentions. So if you've had the hijama done and just full body work that is being done, some things will not catch you. And because it's recommended in a religious kind of way, it means you're also getting into a new set of life with blessings. So I think, yeah, most times if it's preparation from here and how the family comes, everyone would come in to try have all these procedures done, or rather services done together, also showing that we're here with you as a bride to be. We're making sure that you're comfortable, and even after that we'll still be there for you, because such things need not stop after a wedding. Delivery sometimes, if we are bringing in some products, and mind you, something like our herbal products, we have things, they look like wood, right? But these are herbs because they're special trees that we have to get from some places. So maybe getting such from the countries that we have to import from, sometimes there's delays, and maybe just there was an issue of imports with KRA where taxes really, yeah. So such things maybe give us a blow, because much as we'll maybe have to pay extra for taxes and importing, we still want to make sure that our clients are not really highly affected with that. And even when we definitely have to raise prices, like we, communicate this better with our clients. One thing with the Muslim culture in Kenya or just everywhere is people are very supportive. Obviously, people have families that you have to go back to. As a Muslim business person here at Fatma Bridals, you have to go back home to your husband or your kids. And if you don't get support from your family, things will not work out well. And looking at the steady growth we've had as Fatma Bridals, it means that we've gotten proper support back home and also within the culture and community. One thing I'd really like to say is a lot of the ladies that will come here maybe are from other businesses that maybe offer the same services, but because there's just that friendship and people just know each other, it's also good to just support each other. One time you can come here, one time we will come over there. Maybe sometimes compare notes and just ensure that there's a quality being met. One thing about quality is the standards will always, people see, right? If someone comes here and says, last time was different from this time because of whatever reason, you'll always be able to tell. So it's also good that there's a check kind of system where someone will be able to tell you, hey, maybe I heard this or I didn't hear this or something like that. So there's a lot of support within the community with the Islamic ladies. In terms of financing, Fatma Bridals obviously started very humble with just the means that we had as ourselves, and then later growing. And the growth was because people got to see the products and services that we were giving, and it gave them a lot of courage to be able to say that they're going to use our Fatma Bridals and also recommend to other people. Now, in terms of financing, and especially as ladies, Fatma Bridals, banks with Islamic banks, obviously, and we all know things like borrowing, you're not added like extra charges and things like that, because that's how it's recommended. So if someone wants to start, I'd recommend using an Islamic bank. But other than that, for those who are not Muslims, just start from where you can. Start with what you have. Also be open with yourself and have a very honest conversation on what you want to do and your goals for maybe the next 2, 3, 5 years. So definitely start with where you are, and also speak with people who are in the industry. There's this thing that I'm told all the time by my elders, is getting out of your comfort zone is very difficult, because you're stepping into a place that you have no idea about, you don't know what to expect, and it's uncomfortable, because as human beings we want comfort. So what I would want to tell people is just always push yourself. It's good to have mentors. Even as Fatma Bridals and our competitors, you'd learn that we have charts here and there. We also look at what other markets are doing, so that we're not complacent as being the best is Fatma Bridals in Kenya, so what else? What if a brand from Turkey comes in, you know? So yeah, start from where you are and always challenge yourself. We moved here not so long ago. We had a different space, and we had spaces both here in South Sea. We were at Mugoya side, and now we're at Akiba Phase 2. This space allows for services to be done, the gowns, every service that we have is now under one roof. Whereas before we had different spaces because we were working with smaller spaces basically. So now that we moved here, and every day we're always looking at ways of making the business better, improving our customer service. I don't know what God has planned for us, to be honest, but yeah, we're trying to see if we can get maybe bigger spaces, expand through other towns, and also just make sure that our base of clients is broadened every day. Parting shot, I would like to say that Fatma Bridals welcomes each and every person as long as you're a lady. And you're welcome to come here anytime. Always call for reservations or bookings. Our people and our service people here are very well trained. We rarely receive any kind of complaints, and our doors are open for anyone.
We hope that you're enjoying our episodes of Trendsetters on K24 with me, Shiko Kaitani. Remember, the concept is simple. It's all about anyone or anything that you come across that is inspiring individuals to hustle up or are changing the community. We'd like to hear from you through our social media platforms at Trendsetters KE. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.